Hi lovely people, welcome back. I'd like to share one of my favorite books with you all. It's called The Good Book, a Secular Bible by A.C. Grayling, and it looks like this. Right, so this is the compact edition, and it's called a secular Bible because it's a Bible for people belonging to either no specific religion or any specific religion. It's not a religious book at all. It's more a spiritual, philosophical book, and it speaks about moral values and just being a good human being in general. It also provides guidelines to how to behave when someone treats you a certain way, how to respond when someone says a certain thing to you, and it helps you cope with human emotions as well. It tells you how to deal with grief, loss, death, all sorts of different things. So it's really one of my all-time favorites. I'm actually going to tell you more about the sections in this book. So it's similar to the actual Christian Bible. I'm not sure why the author did that really, because the author is not religious himself, but let's see nonetheless. Right, so the Genesis part is more or less about not how the world was created, but how people evolved from just physical beings into more spiritual beings. And then there's the next book, Wisdom, which is about being wise, and it tells different tales of emotions and what emotions are supposed to do, and which emotions are good and which emotions are bad. So I'll just read a few sections from this book. Right, we're in Wisdom now, and this is chapter 4. It says, "Who or what is the best counselor to counsel us to be wise? Nothing less than life itself. Wisdom lies in bringing the past to serve the future, and in opening one's ears to hear the voices of the past. The wise man knows that even a fool can speak truth." Told of someone who had conceived a great love for another, the wise man said, "It is better to love than to desire." The wise do not expect always to be healthy, or never to suffer hardship or grief. Instead, they prepare. You can see there's a general theme here about grief, hardship, wisdom, and how to deal with all these things. Here it says, "The meditation of the wise man is a meditation on life, not on death." And that's really true. A lot of people are so focused on death and dying that they forget to even live in the first place. Emotion is bad if it hinders the mind from thinking. An emotion that opens the mind to contemplate several aspects of things at once is better than one that fixes thought to an obsession. Ouch. Don't be obsessed. Don't let your emotions cloud your thought. I don't know, mind over heart or heart over mind. "For only clear and distinct ideas of these things guard against false objects of ambition." All right. "The wise know that the good and the bad can be absolute and can be relative. Absolute, when the demand is to seek good and act upon it. Relative, when one recognizes that the same thing can be good, bad, or indifferent according to circumstance." So they're basically saying that anything can be either good or bad or indifferent based on your perspective. And that's why you shouldn't judge anyone for anything, because what you see as bad, they see as good, and vice versa. "The wise call things good when they enhance the activity of life and bring benefit. The wise call things bad when they hinder activity and bring malignity, discord, and pain. But the wise recognize too that misperception of things and inadequacy of ideas can make things seem bad that have good in them, or are inevitable and must be borne." Right, and this book also speaks about things that are within one's control and things that are not within one's control. So the book is telling us basically to stop worrying about things that you can't control. Certain things are really not within your control. And the things that are apparently in your control are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion, and in a word, whatever are our own actions. That was a tongue twister, sorry. Things far less in our control are body, property, reputation, command, and whatever are not your own actions. Okay. Alright, but that's enough of the wisdom book. Let me move on to maybe... Actually, this is the last chapter of the wisdom section, the wisdom book. And this is very important for everyone. It says, do not regard what anyone says of you, for this, after all, is no concern of yours, unless it is to your benefit to learn from it. And this is really true, because a while ago I had some people saying very nasty things about me on social media, and these people don't even know me from anywhere. They don't know me personally, they only know me from social media. And I felt personally attacked by these two individuals, but then I thought, no, don't let it affect you. I mean, why is it bothering you so much? Because number one, what they're saying is not true, and number two, can I benefit from what they're saying? No, not at all, because what they said is completely false, and it's just negative. It's not anything that can teach me anything. They weren't criticizing my personality, they were criticizing my appearance, which I find was very stupid. So this is the best advice. I mean, if you mind your own business and kind of let other people mind their own business, then, you know, everything should be fine. And don't worry about what people say about you if it's not positive. If it's something that you can't use to your benefit, then just let it be like water off a duck's back, basically. I just want to read from Parables. So the entire parable section starts with a story that goes deeper, so it's like a story within another story. And I've read it a couple of times, so I don't know if I read just a section of it, if it will make any sense to you. But here it says that the teacher knows he has succeeded when the pupil no longer needs him, but discussion between friends can never exhaust itself. And that's true. I've seen a similar theme in movies where there's a pupil and a teacher, and then suddenly one day the teacher realizes that the pupil doesn't need them anymore, and the teacher just leaves. Actually, it was in the Nanny McPhee movie. I remember when the kids no longer needed Nanny McPhee, she left, because they were suddenly okay without her. They'd learned discipline and good behavior, and they didn't need her anymore, so she left. And here it says, the ideal traveler is he who travels with no baggage but his thoughts, eager to learn, ready to speak of what he has seen, but never to speak with exaggeration or falsehood, keeping due respect for all differences and strangeness he has encountered, knowing that he is himself strange to the stranger, and that he seems different to those who are different from himself. Do you see what I mean? It's very philosophical, very, very. But as I said, it's not at all a religious book. It's for people wanting to learn more about spirituality and morality and how to deal with things in a very personal way. The Book of Songs is more or less like the book Song of Songs in the Christian Bible. So it's written like poems, like tributes to other people, to another person, like love tributes. Some of it is quite heated. I will not go into detail. And then, of course, the history section is just very long. And then there are proverbs as well on different themes in life, like art, beauty, ambition, dreams, doubt, education. This book is definitely my go-to source for inspiration. When I'm feeling down, I can just pick up this book and I'll be inspired all over again. I mean, like I said, in everyday situations, if I'm feeling like there's just no hope, or there's no advice, or I just need some form of a pick-me-up, then I reach for this book. So if you can find it in a library or somewhere, try and get your hands on it. It's really a lovely book. A must read, I would say. It's something that you can really keep with you forever and treasure. Thanks for watching. My video was a bit silly today. But anyway, nothing makes sense anymore anyway. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I'm sending love and light to everyone. Bye.